Kaillie Humphries, 2021 World Champion. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It looks like it might have taken a little bit out of you. How tough were the conditions today to keep that focus?
The conditions are always hard. I mean, I've had to learn throughout my career whether, unfortunately, as much as I want to control it, is something that's out of any athlete's control. You know, it's not up to us, it's up to God and the whole earth. So you really just have to adapt and understand that the conditions are what they're going to be. You try and plan as best you can for the conditions. Lolo and I, especially going into third and fourth run, we knew we just had to get off of the block and just get going as soon as they cleared the track, allow less snow to fall between them sweeping.
Well, you had a great series of runs, fastest on all 4 trips down the track. Where is the line that everybody else should have been on? What was the secret today?
I think, you know, there is no secret. Altenberg is Altenberg. It's a very technical track. And definitely, you know, the technical drivers seem to do really well here. The conditions always play a factor, and every year for every track you come, a lot of it's just who can adapt the fastest to learning the ice shape and knowing what has to be done and then executing. And so it's one thing to know, and then it's one thing under pressure, especially at a World Championships, to be able to still perform, and that takes some time. I've been around a minute, so I've had multiple trips. This isn't my first rodeo, but at the end of the day, you know, it's always nerve-wracking, and it always is a giant relief when you cross that finish line and you see the number one to know that everything worked according to plan.
Yesterday you said day 1 was done. Now you had a 2-heat race. Then it became a 1-heat race, and it was still close. You didn't get away, and Kim Kalicki put a lot of pressure on you.
She really did. I mean, it's super cool to see the young Germans really come out. She did last year too. You know, she was second last year. She knows this track. I don't underestimate any of my competitors whatsoever. The Germans I knew were going to be strong here. They always are. And I had a giant target on my back from last year. So, you know, that just adds to the pressure and stress. But having a giant target isn't an unfamiliar place. I'm used to it. I understand it. And all the more reason where I really have to rely on my team, Team USA, I really have to rely on my teammate. Lolo was fantastic. She had faith and trust and belief in me, and she really, you know, came back with such a fierce attitude and fighting spirit, and that really motivated me. And so to have a teammate like that and be able to race with her this race was fantastic and provided me all the support that I needed.
And for her, coming back, she's become a Winter World Champion, which she hadn't had before, so that's a great bonus. Now, you'll have to survive without her for week 2, because for the first time ever in your career, you get to go for gold a second time in the monobob race next week. Tell us about the prospect of that.
I'm so excited for that. I was more excited for that than 2-man, I won't lie. I'm super excited. I mean, I fought for a second event for women for a long time, since 2015. And so to be able to have 2 events like the men do in our sport, to be able to stay week 2 and have another chance at becoming a world champion, this will be the first time ever in monobob. And, you know, I'm going to go out as hard as I can and try and do my best.